CEO. Thanks for joining me for today's Barter Black Today in Black History podcast, where we are spotlighting Black-owned businesses you need to know. I am here today with Dr. Tiffany Edwards, who is a licensed clinical psychologist and the founder of Your Mind, Your Gym. Thank you so much, Dr. Edwards, for joining me
Yes,
today. How are
yes.
you?
I am great. It's great to be here. Yes, this is wonderful. Yes,
I
hello.
appreciate it. I appreciate it. So let's
Mm,
get started. Let's just
sure.
jump right on in there. Um, First, let's start with you telling me more about what we can expect from Your Mind and Your Gym.
Absolutely. Well, Your Mind, Your Gym is a virtual mental health gym for teachers, which is amazing. It's mainly aimed to increase accessibility to mental health services for teachers. And but of course, we would never turn away any adults that are interested in what we stand for. And what we stand for is emotional fitness, empowerment, and a community of support. And that's what we really want to provide teachers because can be very stressful and they can learn to burn out. And, we want to support our teachers so that doesn't happen. Yeah.
Right, right. Yeah, that's something else. Were you ever a teacher, or is
No,
that
but
just something that's special to you?
it is very special to me. I'm a daughter of two educators. My
Okay.
mother just recently retired from public school teaching, and I've just had a earful of all of the struggles she's gone through. And my father, he retired from the professor realm. So just been really close and dear to me to kind of give back to my mom and other struggling teachers like my mom.
Awesome, awesome. So let's get into what services specifically uh, teachers can expect by coming to Your Mind and Your Gym.
Absolutely. I just want to remind again, it's a mental health gym, and it's mainly aimed to kind of destigmatize this idea of coming to um, um, receiving mental health services. So what we provide is personal training sessions. And what you would
Okay.
expect from that is like 4 to 12 weeks of just working personally on your individual issues, mainly to reduce any obstacles you may have towards your goals. And then
Mm-hmm.
also we have emotional fitness classes, which involves having another 7 other group members together, just learning different skills, getting support from each other regarding stress management, self care, burnout. And then also, we have an amazing app called Teaching Cope, which is on the app stores today, both the Google Play Store and App Store, where
Mhm.
you can get quick and easy tips for just managing stress, anxiety, and more. We're very proud of that for sure.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So
Yes.
is everything virtual, or do you offer in person as well?
At this time, everything is virtual and it's
Okay.
mainly aimed to kind of increase that accessibility. Like, hey, come on down. You can do it from
Yeah.
your home, do it from your phone. Absolutely.
Anywhere.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
No excuses when things are virtual.
Yes, ma'am.
So when you speak on the group, I think you said, look, seven. Did you say seven people?
Yes, 7 other people. So a total of 8 group members will be together virtually
Okay.
online, just getting different support from each other. I mean, that would be the maximum amount of people in a group. But
Got
yeah,
you.
yeah, absolutely.
Got you. So do you meet on particular days? How does that work?
Absolutely. So we have right now we have our emotional fitness classes on Tuesdays and
Okay.
Thursdays at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we how you would get to us is you would go on our website and book a discovery call and we'll just talk more about what your needs are and what would fit for you and what group would
Okay.
fit for you.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So let's go into the mental health type of thing. Can you talk about how
Absolutely.
important it is to actually
Mm,
focus on your mental health? Because I know we're in a time where, COVID has hit. There's so many different things that are going on around us that just like,
yeah.
like help, please. So
Yes.
let's talk about how important it is to focus on your mental health and kind of I guess recognize when you need, to reach out to someone for help.
Absolutely. These are very good questions and topics for sure. Mainly So our medical health is it's
Okay.
very important. And just the same as our mental health, but unfortunately our mental health unfortunately gets overlooked because of the stigma associated with seeking mental health services. But very
Mm-hmm.
important, our medical health extends our life, right? But our
Right.
mental health improves the quality of our life. So why not reach out for that? But very important, the biggest way and one can decide like, do I need to get a mental health checkup? Do I need to like check out? Well, I would just immediately say yes. Excuse me.
You're asking.
If you haven't done that, and definitely for sure, but a big way also because it's different levels. Similar
Mm-hmm.
like medical health, like if you have a cold, excuse me, you may want to go to your maybe to your local drugstore and catch something and quickly dissolve the issues. Something like mental health. We even offer a mental health convenience store online where you can get quick, easy emotional fitness tips.
Oh,
But if you
wow.
yeah, absolutely. And a lot of our resources there are free. But very important if you're noticing things around your life is just kind of crumbling, or if you're working and your productivity is coming down, your
Mm-hmm.
interpersonal issues aren't, or your interpersonal functioning in terms of your relationships aren't the way that you want it to be. That's maybe when you want to kind of check in with us. Like you notice you have your goals aren't being met, or you haven't even developed goals for yourself. Maybe you want to check in with us, and we can help you with that. But very important, just because you may struggle from some mental health issues doesn't necessarily mean you immediately have to come on in to get help. There are different levels of help. Like I said, we have a
Right.
mental health convenience store. You could check out our app for quick, easy exercises, but very important if none of that's working for you, or you're like, hey, I need something where I really need to sit down with somebody because a lot of my life is kind of falling apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely check us out.
I
Absolutely.
love it. I love it. So what how long have you been doing this for?
We've been established since 2021.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yes,
Okay. So
yes.
during the pandemic.
Yes, ma'am. We've been in what's the word I'm looking for? In development during the pandemic, but we're like definitely 2021. Let's do this.
I love it. I love it. So what tips can you give for those who feel like they are dealing with issues? Like what are the next steps?
Absolutely. Well, I would start with, and this is not an easy skill
No.
that people, but it's definitely a skill to develop. I would definitely start with getting really in touch with what am I feeling? I
Yeah.
mean, people like, hey, how you doing? I'm fine, or hey, it'll be like a passing, but really dig in there, go beyond fine or great and good, and like really identify what you're feeling, and from there. Um, is this feeling kind of getting in the way of anything that's going on for you? And
Yeah.
on our mental health convenience store, there are various little tips like maybe for anxiety or feeling overwhelmed or stressed, if
Mhm.
those are the feelings that you're identifying with. And then see like if you have some tools already in your belt that you already know that helps reduce your anxiety or stress levels. But if not, um, once again, I say, hey, check us out. We're here to help.
We're here to
Mhm.
help. I love it. And you just made me think of something. Because I think especially with me and I'm sure with everyone else, people say, "How are you doing?" And it's just a casual, "How are you doing?" And most of us say, "Oh, I'm fine. I'm okay." They give that. And I realize with me, I give that because I don't want to have to explain to everyone. Like I don't even want to go into it. And I had a conversation the other day, one of my cousins were checking up on me. He was like, "Hey, how are you doing?" And I said, "You know what? I'm going to be honest this time." And I said, "I'm stressed, but I don't want to talk about it right now."
That's that's fair. That's fair. And it really does depend on like who you decide to want to talk to about it.
Yes.
You may want not to
Yes.
talk to your coworker about it, but maybe your cousin, maybe not your cousin, who do you want to talk about it? And
Right.
well, and sometimes will an objective stranger help versus, oh, I know
Yeah.
my cousin's there to judge me or something like that. I don't know your cousin, but
Yeah.
you never
Yeah.
know.
So I want to kind of get into, I want to flip it because I didn't even think about this until just now. What tips would you give to people like for him, messaging me saying, how are you doing? And I say, I'm stressed, but I don't want to talk about it right now. I swear he pushed about 3 times. And I'm just like, this is why I
Mm,
tell people I'm okay.
yeah,
Because it's just easier to keep the conversation moving. So if someone says, I'm stressed, I don't want to talk about it, what suggestions would you give that person that says, I don't want to talk about it? Okay, is it okay when you do? Let me know, or what is it?
well, to be honest, I'm more concerned about the stress person. And
Okay,
if you want to set boundaries around when you want to talk about stress, I say be all means. I mean,
okay,
do exactly that. But if this is somebody you want to keep this person in contact with, yeah, absolutely tell them not right now, but I'll let you know when, if
okay,
ever. But very important, if you are stressed, I do think it's important that you're able to identify who you can talk to, most
right,
importantly if it's not this cousin. But
okay,
this is about you and you're stressful. You don't have to share that with anybody, especially with people who pry, push,
right,
You can be vulnerable when you're ready.
okay. I'm just
Absolutely.
like, this is why I say I'm okay. The day is great. Like, keep it moving because it just puts more pressure on you when someone's trying to force you to talk about things that you're not ready to talk about. So
Absolutely. Get the concern, but that's not how I want to deliver it. Yeah.
right.
For sure. For sure.
Right. Good info. I love it.
Absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely.
so let's see. I think I want to kind of move on to niching down because you said teachers. I know you're not turning anyone away. So how did you determine? Because I know in a lot of businesses, we want to do everything. We want to focus on everybody. And sometimes that's not the best thing to do. So how did you decide to niche down to teachers?
Absolutely. Well, I really just my experiences in general. It really did start in the pandemic when my mother was on the verge of retiring and she was like,
Mm,
this is getting out of
mm,
hand, out of hand. And then just noticing my I was watching my daughter go to school at home. It was an experience unlike any other, and just how the struggle of the teacher trying to focus on my daughter and the kids like hopping around in the next room. I was just like,
right.
absolutely not. And during this time, I was developing the Teaching Cope app.
Okay.
And I was like, this is definitely going to be for teachers, if not for my mom.
Mm,
But I mean, they teach a long time ago. You can't give therapy to your family, but I'm like, but maybe someone who represents my mom. So it was really kind of motivated, like, hey, how can I get back to you, mom, but not directly,
right.
Yeah.
Well,
So I kind of used to teach
I
yourself.
appreciate it because I know, especially in the pandemic, I mean, everybody was going through it, but I know teachers were definitely going through it. Like it was a new way of teaching on a regular basis. We were dealing with, a global pandemic. Like it's
Yes.
like for everyone, and even the students, especially, it's like this is not normal, but it has become our new normal. So it takes time to kind of adapt to things like that.
But very important. Teachers were struggling before that, and unfortunately, it's gone overlooked and for too long. And it's just the pandemic was definitely the breaking point, and it didn't get better after, if we are after, So it's just like I really want to shine a spotlight on teachers. Like, hey, I see
Hmm.
you, and I see you struggling, and I want to help.
Awesome. All right. So I know there are teachers that are going to be looking for your services. I hope they are listening. If anyone is listening, they can definitely reach out for your services. But if there are teachers looking and listening to this, definitely reach out to Dr. Edwards. We definitely want you to, you know, help yourself, and you help yourself by first making that first call. So if they are looking
Absolutely.
for your services, how do they find you? What do they need to do?
Absolutely. I would say the first step is through our website, which is www.yourmindyourgym.com. And then from there, there's a couple of buttons where you can either click for a discovery call, and you can schedule that directly to our website, or it'll be initial appointment, which you can directly schedule,
Okay.
which would be great. And in this discovery call, we would just talk briefly about what your concerns are and match you up with services that best works for us and together. And also, you can call us directly at 1-877-765-9694, and
Okay.
book a discovery call that way as well. Absolutely.
Awesome. 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 So before we go,
Mhm.
we want to give the, you know, the people watching and listening a chance to shoot their shot at you for a barter. So
Absolutely.
definitely get in the comments. Definitely reach out to Dr. Edwards. All her information will be in the show notes, her links, her social media. Everything will be there for you to reach out to her. So what goods or services do you need for your business right now, that you wouldn't mind entering into a barter agreement with someone?
I would love to barter with someone regarding the personal training sessions. That would be great to do. Absolutely.
Okay.
And we would decide like how many you would need, and what we'd be bartering together. Yeah.
Okay. And what type of things do you need in your business right now? So those people can reach out.
Oh, I see. I see what you're saying. Um, if there are marketers, people that have more insight into sales, that would be
Okay.
great. The digital marketing world, to be more specific, absolutely. Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, so you heard it. If you are in marketing, digital marketing specifically, in sales, definitely sales, shoot your shot in the comments. We definitely want to hear if this is something that you're interested in. Post it in the comments. Let us know. We are excited to hear from you. Dr. Edwards, thank you again so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. And thank you everyone for tuning in today. Have a good one. All righty.
Yes. Thanks for having me. Bye, y'all.
All righty. Bye bye.